Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing by and welcome to PDD Holdings Inc. First Quarter 2024 Earnings Conference Call. At this time, all participants are in listen-only mode. There will be a presentation followed by a question-and-answer session, at which time, if you wish to ask a question, you will need to press star one on your telephone. Please be advised that today's conference is being recorded. I would now like to hand the conference over to your host today. Sir, please go ahead.
Thank you, operator. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. PDD Holdings earnings release was distributed earlier and is available on our website at investor.pddholdings.com, as well as through the Globe Newswire services. Before we begin, I would like to refer you to our safe harbor statement in earnings press release, which also applies to this call, as we will make certain forward-looking statements. Also, this call includes discussions of certain non-GAAP financial measures. Please refer to our earnings release, which contains a reconciliation of non-GAAP measures to GAAP measures. Joining us today on the call are Mr. Chen Lei, our Chairman and Co-Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Zhao Jiazhen, our Executive Director and Co-Chief Executive Officer, as well as Ms. Liu Jun, our VP of Finance. Lei and Jiazhen will make some general remarks on our performance for the past quarter and our strategic focus. Jun will then walk us through our financial results for the first quarter ended March 31st, 2024, and during the Q&A session, Lei and Jiazhen will answer questions in Chinese and will help translate. Please note that the English translation is for reference only, and in case of any discrepancy, statements in the original language should prevail. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce our Chairman and Co-Chief Executive Officer, Chen Lei. Lei, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining our earnings call for the first quarter of 2024. 2023 was the first year on our journey towards high-quality development. We are encouraged by the positive feedback from our users and merchants, and are more confident in our strategic direction. 2024 is a critical year to deepen our execution. In the first quarter, we benefited from an improving macro environment and achieved steady growth. Our total revenue reached 86.8 billion, which represents a 131 year-on-year increase. Looking ahead, we will continue to work on the fundamentals of our business through our investment in supporting high-quality consumption, broadening high-quality supply, and promoting a high-quality ecosystem. Our proactive transition to high-quality development will inevitably bring challenges and difficulties, but still, we decided to embark on this journey and are determined to execute it well, because we are seeing a few irreversible long-term market shifts. First of all, we clearly see a trend of consumption upgrade, and in response to this, we are innovating our service offering to cover more consumption scenarios, and at the same time, actively engaging with our merchants to broaden our product selection. For example, this year, we are deepening our cooperation with top brands from around the world to bring a new product launches to our platform. In addition to meeting consumers' demand for more savings and better services, we hope to deepen connections with our consumers and strengthen our platform's mindshare in new product categories and among new customer groups. High-quality consumption would not be possible without strong supply chain capabilities, and over the years, we have built out valuable experience across the entire e-commerce supply chain. Through technology innovation and investment in research and development, our supply chain know-how is transformed into easy-to-use tools and services to empower our merchants with cost-saving digital solutions. This method has proved to be effective In terms of attracting more merchants to our platform, broadening our product selection, and reducing product costs, all of which are essential to support high-quality consumption. And lastly, an ecosystem that encourages compliant business conduct is the foundation to long-term growth of our platform. As commerce integrates with digital technology at a record pace, consumers and regulators are holding e-commerce platforms accountable for higher standards. And we are taking the initiative to build an industry-leading compliance program and to leverage our technology capabilities to empower SME businesses with our compliance know-how. This is to foster a healthy environment that attracts quality merchants that are willing to play by the rules and drives our bad actors, thereby creating a positive feedback loop. When it comes to consumer well-being and economic interests, we always stand behind the former. We are focused on building long-lasting trust with our consumers and not on short-term gain. We also adopt a similar long-term orientation in other aspects of our business. As a company that is still in a growth mode, we will continue to focus on long-term value creation and invest firmly into opportunities with great potential. We are not guided by short-term goals, and this is also reflected in how we manage our global business. Our global business is still in the exploration stage, and there's plenty of room for improvement. We are prepared to respond positively to challenges, and we view these as important opportunities to improve ourselves. We are in this for the long term and will not be distracted by short-term results. Instead, we will focus our efforts on building our key capabilities. Firstly, supply chain capabilities. We will continue to roll out tailored fulfillment solutions in different markets to improve supply chain efficiency and reduce costs. We welcome quality merchants from around the world to join us in providing a rich variety of quality products for consumers worldwide. Secondly, legal and compliance capabilities. With the goal of building an industry-leading compliance program, we will make firm investments to create a safe and trustworthy shopping environment for our users. To uphold our compliance standards, we will conduct forward-looking research into laws and regulations in the markets we operate and transform our know-how into tools that can be easily accessed by our merchants. And thirdly, service capabilities. In response to the diverse needs and quality standards of global users, we will keep up our investments in technology and operations to improve overall user experience. As we bring more value to consumers and merchants around the globe, we are hopeful that our platform will be increasingly recognized and welcomed by local communities we serve. We do not expect this to be easy, and we are prepared for investments over the long run. Finally, I would like to say that we are operating in a constantly evolving industry with competition and opportunities are both emerging at rapid pace. Competition has been intensifying in the past quarter, which will inevitably increase our expenses and affect some organic growth. But on the other hand, new technologies and new markets also offer us tremendous opportunities for growth. At this moment, I want to revisit our first shareholder letter when the company went public. We are not a conventional company, and we hope to show you the true colors of our company, no matter how bumpy or rough the numbers may seem to be. our business does not follow a linear path, and our earnings will almost certainly fluctuate. Therefore, we suggest our shareholders not to measure our overall performance with results from a few quarters. Our financial performance may beat or miss market expectation at times, but as long as we keep focusing on long-term value creation, and ultimately, these short-term fluctuations will converge to our growing intrinsic value. And now, I will hand it over our co-CEO, Jiazhen. Jiazhen, please.
谢谢陈磊。大家好，我是赵亚珍，感谢大家参与拼多多集团2024年第一季度业绩发布会。
Thank you, Lei. Hello, everyone. This is Zhao Jiazhen. Thank you all for joining our earnings call for the first quarter of 2024.
今年是消费促进年，一季度的消费市场总体开局良好，呈现线上消费持续强劲、线上零售渗透率持续上升等特点。我们积极响应促消费政策，针对平台用户在新春佳节等节庆时令的购物需求，推出了一系列促商惠民的让利活动，刺激消费潜能释放。在政策和活动的双轮驱动下，一季度的整体增长稳健。我们对国内消费市场的未来充满信心。
This year is a year for consumption promotion. The consumer market in the first quarter has made a good start. Online consumption remains strong, and online retail penetration continues to rise. We proactively responded to the consumption promotion policies and launched a series of promotional activities to meet users' shopping needs during the Spring Festival and other seasonal events. This further releases consumption potential and benefits merchants. Driven by both macro environment and our effective promotional events, we achieved solid growth in the first quarter. We are confident in the consumer market in China.
正如陈磊刚才的介绍，平台今年将继续会深化高质量发展战略，进一步加大投入。高质量发展是我们的长期战略，未来将在消费端、供给端、合规及平台生态3个方面持续发力，在巩固多实惠的同时，保障高质量的供给和服务。
As Lei mentioned, this year we will step up our investment to deepen the execution of a high-quality development strategy. High-quality development is our long-term strategy. Going forward, we will continue to direct our efforts into 3 key areas, which are consumption, supply, compliance, and a platform ecosystem. While offering more savings to consumers, we also focus on delivering high-quality supply and services to more consumers.
基于这样的战略，在消费端，在一季度我们将继续坚持站位消费者，从多实惠和好服务2方面精进，为用户提供最切实的回馈。例如，我们通过年货节、55购物节、专区等促销形式，优选100万品质商家，加码100亿补贴，最大程度上满足消费者对多实惠的极致追求。
Guided by this strategy, on the consumer side, in the first quarter, we remain committed to putting for consumers first. Focusing on more savings and better services, we continue to give back the most tangible rewards to our users. For example, we step up our investment in a 10 billion program and partner with millions of quality merchants during the Spring Festival shopping season and the May Day shopping festival to fulfill consumers' demand for more savings.
好服务方面，消费品以旧换新启动是今年全国促消费工作的重要的抓手之一。我们积极联合第三方服务平台，为用户提供以旧换新服务，覆盖手机、数码、空调、冰箱、洗衣机、电视等类目。目前服务人次已超1000万。我们的以旧换新还支持100亿补贴热门商品，消费者可额外获得大额补贴。在消费升级门槛进一步降低，用户的购物体验也更好了。
As for better services, the Consumer Goods Trade-in Program is one of the initiatives driving this year's nationwide consumption promotion efforts. We have been actively working with third-party service platforms to provide users with convenient trade-in services, covering mobile phones, electronics, air conditioners, refrigerators, washing machines, TVs, and other categories. Today, we have served more than 10 million customers. Our trade-in services also extend to popular products under the 10 billion program, which offered consumers attractive discounts. As we make it even easier for consumers to upgrade their consumption, their shopping experience is further enhanced.
此外，为了让偏远地区消费者享受到包邮区的购物体验，我们今年一季度升级了快递服务，在偏远省份首创了电商包裹免费送货进村服务，将末端配送网点与消费者的距离进一步缩短至2公里以内。得益于此，平台在这些地区的订单量同比快速增长，平台服务能力提升和业务增长形成了良性循环。
In addition, we wanted to make sure that consumers in remote areas could also enjoy the free shipping shopping experience. So, in the first quarter, we upgraded our shopping and shipping services and pioneered free shipping to villages in remote provinces. Our efforts brought last-mile delivery posts even closer to the consumers, with most now within 2 kilometers radius. Such innovation led to a rapid year-on-year growth of order volume from these regions. We're happy to see that our service improvements are further driving our growth.
在供给端，我们持续加大投入，与品牌和商家共同成长。在一季度，我们聚焦国货潮牌主题，优选品质商家倾斜流量和资源扶持，既为优质供给保驾护航，也助力商家销量的提升。
On the supply side, we continue our investment to support and grow together with the brands and merchants. In the first quarter, we focused on the theme of trendy national brands and allocated platform resources such as traffic support to high-quality merchants. This not only ensured the high-quality supply, but also helped boost our merchants' businesses.
例如，在年货节期间，某奶制品品牌结合新年的传统习俗，推出了龙年限定产品，并选择拼多多作为首发阵地。在平台资源的加持下，该新款产品很快就跃居品类畅销榜、热搜榜的首位。
For example, during the Spring Festival shopping season, a dairy product brand launched a limited edition offering for the Year of the Dragon, inspired by New Year traditions, and chose our platform for the product launch. With the support of our platform's resources, the product quickly gained popularity and became a top seller in the dairy category.
农业是拼多多的底色，我们始终坚持并长期重投农业。在一季度，我们继续参与农业科技创新，开启了第4届多多农研科技大赛的全球招募，深度支持拼多多杯第2届科技小院大赛决赛的举办，探索农业发展的新质生产力。
Agriculture is our foundation. We're committed to invest in this important sector over the long run. In the first quarter, we continue to support agriculture technology innovation by launching the 4th Smart Agriculture Competition and the 2nd Duoduo Academy Growing Competition. This helps to explore new productive forces in agriculture.
同时，我们的农云行动持续深入安徽、云南、广西、山东等地，为当地的商家提供电商运营专场培训和1对1的定向运营指导。此外呢，我们联合全国各省市的1000多个优质农产区，打造了年货节，在加速特色农产品上行的同时，也促进了农民增收致富。55购物节期间，开启了100亿补贴专场带货直播，重点推介蓝莓、鲜花等云南本地农产品，助推了当地农业产业带的规模化和品牌化的发展。
At the same time, our agriculture cloud initiative has been steadily advancing in production regions such as Anhui, Yunnan, Guangxi, and Shandong to bring e-commerce training and one-on-one consultation to local farmer merchants. In addition, during our Spring Festival shopping season, we collaborated with more than 1,000 quality agriculture production regions across the nation, which not only brought more specialty agricultural products to our platform, but also boosts farmers' income. During the May Day Shopping Festival, we launched dedicated live streaming sessions under the 10 billion program for agriculture products. With a particular focus on Yunnan agricultural specialties such as blueberries and flowers, we supported the scaling of regional production and the branding of local agricultural products.
在向高质量转型发展的过程中，我们非常的重视高质量生态的建设。只有健康、有序、合规的生态，才能孕育出可持续发展的平台。 在一季度，平台继续推进百亿生态专项，落地了一系列的专项治理行动。例如，我们的治理小组利用技术手段，进一步提升了不断宣传展示信息的高效的自动管控。
A high-quality ecosystem is critical to our transformation to high-quality development. Only a healthy ecosystem with well-designed platform policies can support the long-term sustainable growth of an e-commerce platform. In the first quarter, we continue to invest in the 10 billion ecosystem initiative and carry out a series of compliance projects. For example, our trust and safety team utilized the technological means to further enhance the efficient automated review of product information on our platform.
作为服务最广大消费者的电商平台，我们借助自身资源，积极践行社会责任。今年以来，我们继续在全国范围内支持回家的钥匙公益行动，关爱老年群体，帮助走失老人平安回家。世界读书日前后，我们启动了第7季多多读书月，以1亿元读书基金叠加官方补贴，首次对3万种图书产品进行源头直补，让更多人能够享受知识普惠的福利。
As an e-commerce platform serving a vast and diverse consumer base, we also actively utilize our own unique resources to take on more social responsibilities. Since the beginning of this year, we have continued to support the Key to Home nationwide campaign, caring for the elderly and help lost seniors return home safely. Around the World Reading Day, we launched the 7th Duoduo Reading Month and provided direct discount to tens of thousands of book products, enabling more people to enjoy the benefits of knowledge sharing.
拼多多的高质量发展是一项长期、庞大、复杂的系统工程，我们将汇聚各方力量，扎实推进，狠抓落实，为我们的消费者和商家创造更多价值。
Our high-quality development strategy is a long-term, massive, and complex project. We will bring together the efforts and resources from all ecosystem participants to deepen our execution and create more value for our consumers and merchants.
接下来，我把时间交给刘俊，由他为大家介绍一下我们一季度的财务表现。
Now, let me hand it over to June. She will provide you with an update on our financial performance in the first quarter.
Thank you, Jiajun. Hello, everyone. Let me walk you through our financial performance for the first quarter ended March 31st, 2024. In terms of income statements, in the first quarter, our total revenues increased 131% year-over-year to RMB 86.8 billion. This was mainly driven by an increase in revenues from online marketing services and transaction services. Revenues from online marketing services and others were RMB 42.5 billion this quarter, up 56% from the same quarter of 2023. Revenues from transaction services were RMB 44.4 billion, up 327% from the same quarter last year. Moving on to costs and expenses. Our total cost of revenues increased 194% from RMB 11.1 billion in Q1 2023 to RMB 32.7 billion this quarter, mainly due to increase in fulfillment fees, payment processing fees, maintenance costs, and call center expenses. On a GAAP basis, total operating expenses this quarter increased 44% to RMB 28.1 billion, from RMB 19.6 billion in the same quarter of 2023. On a non-GAAP basis, total operating expenses increased to RMB 25.6 billion this quarter, from RMB 18.1 billion in Q1 2023. In the past quarter, we invested decisively in key strategic initiatives such as giving back to the consumers, investing in our service offerings, promoting brand awareness, and R&D. Our total non-GAAP operating expenses as a percentage of total revenue this quarter was 29%, compared to 48% in the same quarter last year. Looking into specific expense items, our non-GAAP sales and marketing expenses this quarter were RMB 22.7 billion, up 44% versus the same quarter last year. Throughout the past quarter, we continued to give back to consumers over a series of seasonal promotional campaigns and increased advertising to promote our brands. On a non-GAAP basis, our sales and marketing expenses as a percentage of our revenues this quarter was 26% versus 42% for the same quarter last year. Our non-GAAP general and administrative expenses were RMB 572 million versus RMB 338 million in the same quarter of 2023. Our research and development expenses were RMB 2.3 billion this quarter on a non-GAAP basis and RMB 2.9 billion on a GAAP basis, up 16% year-over-year. Technology is at the core of our high-quality development strategy. We will continue our investment in R&D to provide our users with a more satisfying shopping experience, improve supply chain efficiency, and to build a robust compliance program. On a GAAP basis, operating profit for the quarter was RMB 26 billion versus RMB 6.9 billion in the same quarter last year. Non-GAAP operating profit was RMB 28.6 billion versus RMB 8.5 billion in the same quarter last year. Non-GAAP operating profit margin was 33% this quarter, compared with 22% for the same quarter last year. Net income attributable to ordinary shareholders was RMB 28 billion for the quarter, compared to the RMB 8.1 billion in the same quarter last year. Basic earnings per ADS was RMB 20.33, and diluted earnings per ADS was RMB 18.96, versus basic earnings per ADS of RMB 6.13 and diluted earnings per ADS of RMB 5.55 in the same quarter of 2023. Non-GAAP net income attributable to ordinary shareholders was RMB 30.6 billion versus RMB 10.1 billion in the same quarter last year. Non-GAAP diluted earnings per ADS was RMB 20.72 versus RMB 6.92 in the same quarter of 2023. As Lei mentioned, our business does not follow a linear path. This quarter's financial data does not represent the future. Fluctuations are inevitable. We suggest investors not to forecast our growth solely based on results from a few quarters. That completes the income statements. Now let me move on to cash flow. Our net cash generated from operating activities was RMB 21.1 billion, compared with RMB 1.3 billion in the same quarter last year. As of March 31st, 2024, we have RMB 242.1 billion in cash, cash equivalents, and short-term investments. Thank you. This concludes my prepared remarks.
Thank you, Jun. Now let's move on to the Q&A session. In today's Q&A session, Lei, Jiazhen, and Jun will take questions from analysts on the line. We could take a maximum of 2 questions from each analyst. Lei and Jiazhen will answer questions in Chinese and will help translate for convenience purposes. Operator, we are open for questions.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. If you wish to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone and wait for your name to be announced. If you wish to cancel your request, please press star 2. Participants are requested to restrict to 2 questions at each time. Your first question comes from Alicia Yap from Citigroup. Please ask your question.
Hi, thank you, 管理层晚上好，谢谢接受我的提问，恭喜强劲的业绩有2个问题，第一个问题是我们看到过去1年各个电商平台都在积极的对自身价格和服务体系做调整，请管理层分享一下公司如何评估目前的行业竞争趋势，以及在这样的竞争环境下，公司尤其是拼多多业务的战略中心会放在哪些方面？第二个问题是我们其实也留意到这几次业绩会上，管理层把合规和平台生态这一点放到了很重要的位置，市场也非常关心公司在这方面做了什么样的工作，可否请管理层进一步跟我们介绍一下公司在这方面具体采取了哪些措施，以及想要达成一个怎么样的目标？我自己翻译一下。Thanks management for taking my questions. Congrats on the strong results. 2 questions. First is regarding the domestic competition. So over the past year, we have seen e-commerce platform actively adjusting their strategies in terms of the pricing and service. Can management share your view on how you evaluate the competitive landscape? In such an environment, what would be the strategic focus for Pinduoduo business going forward? Second question is related to compliance. I think we noticed on the recent earnings call, management spent quite a bit of time talking about compliance-related matters. Obviously, markets is also paying close attention to the work that you are doing in this area. Can management explain a little bit more about the efforts you have made so far and what goals you wanted to achieve? Thank you.
你好 Alicia， 那我是陈磊，那我来回答一下你的问题啊。
Hi Alicia, this is Chen Lei. Let me take your question.
那么首先是关于这个战略和竞争的。那么从行业竞争的角度来看呢，应该说我们现在已经看到消费者已经形成了跨平台消费的这样一个习惯。那么消费者在不同的平台之间会从商品的品类、价格、服务质量等多个维度进行综合比较做出选择。面对这样的趋势呢，那我们看到第一季度呢，同行明显加大了投入的力度。
And regarding your first question on strategy and competition, as for competition, we find that consumers are getting used to making purchases from different platforms. And before they decide on which platform to shop from, consumers compare the overall shopping experience across different platforms in a few areas. For example, on product selection, on pricing, and also on services. And given this trend during the first quarter, we are seeing that our industry peers have significantly stepped up their efforts.
那我们欢迎良性的竞争。那么面对竞争呢，我们的出发点始终是要以消费者为先，然后我们生存的基础呢，也就是要为消费者创造价值。那么这些呢，都是我们创立以来一直坚持的理念。那么呢，经过我们长期的投入呢，应该是欣喜的看到我们平台多实惠、好服务的心智正在逐渐的深入人心。但同时呢，我们也清楚的认识到，消费者的真实需求是在不断变化的，所以呢，我们必须的与时俱进。
And we welcome healthy competition. And in response to competition, we always put our consumers first. Our survival depends on the value we create for our users. And with our continued investments over the years, we are very pleased to see that our value proposition of more savings and better services is being increasingly recognized and accepted by our consumers. But at the same time, we also realize that consumer demand is constantly changing, and we must do our best to keep up with it.
那么现阶段呢，消费者的需求呈现一种理性分层的趋势，那这要求我们呢，在实惠的基础之上，也要更好的满足消费者对更高品质的商品以及更丰富的消费场景的需求。那么因此呢，我们会在继续扎实推进多实惠、 好服务的同时，不断的丰富平台的优质供给，进一步的优化综合购物体验，那么从而呢巩固用户对于我们的来之不易的信任。
Currently, consumer demands are becoming more rational and also more diversified. And this means, in addition to offering more savings, we are also expected to meet consumers' needs for higher quality products and also more varied consumption scenarios. And therefore, on top of deepening our more savings and better services capabilities, we are also working on boosting the supply of high quality products on our platform. And by improving the overall shopping experience, we hope we can further deepen our users' trust in us.
那么关于你的第二个问题呢，就是合规和平台治理。那么随着公司业务的进一步发展，我们看到了消费者以及监管部门对于平台、对于商家提出了更高的合规要求。那么为了给我们的用户呢营造一个安全、放心的购物环境，那么合规呢是过去一段时间我们投入大量资源、重点加强的领域。那么全球的监管框架呢也在不断的演变，新的法律法规呢不断的颁布，因此呢我们把合规能力建设纳入高质量发展战略的重要一环，视合规能力为平台的核心能力之一。
And regarding your second question on compliance, as our business grows, consumers and regulatory bodies are holding us accountable for ever higher compliance requirements and also on the merchants doing business with us. And in order to create a trustworthy shopping environment for our users, compliance is an area where we're committed to improve and where we have invested significant resources over the past few quarters. And major regulatory frameworks around the world are evolving and new laws and regulations are being introduced. And therefore, we see compliance capability as an important aspect of our high-quality development strategy, and also compliance capabilities as one of our core capabilities of our platform.
那么上个季度呢，我们提到了，我们抱着学习的心态，是在积极的与各国的监管机构做沟通。那么在这个过程中呢，我们积极主动的提升自身的合规能力，投入大量的资源和精力，那么对各个市场的监管规则进行了深入的研究。那么这些研究成果呢，通过专门的团队扎实的落实到了业务的各个方面。
And during last quarter's earnings call, we also communicated that with a learning mindset, we are actively engaging with regulatory bodies in various countries. And during this process, we are proactively strengthening our compliance capabilities. We are also investing heavily in researching and understanding the regulations of each market, and we have dedicated teams to apply these research findings to all aspects of our business.
那么这里呢，不仅包括与平台自身运营相关的数据合规，那也包括了与商家运营相关的产品合规，以及不断的推动平台的中小商家更加合规、高质量的经营，那么鼓励平台生态呢向高质量、可持续的发展。
And our initiatives in the compliance area not only cover those regulations related to our platform's own operations, for example, data-related regulations, but it also includes those related to merchant operations as well, for example, product compliance and consumer protection. And at the same time, we're also providing the necessary incentives for our small and medium-sized merchants to conduct their businesses in a more compliant and high-quality manner, which benefits the sustainable development of our platform ecosystem.
那么优质商家的成长将为我们的平台带来更丰富的产品供给，而合规运营和良好的平台生态能够保证平台长期的可持续的发展。那么两者呢，都有助于我们进一步的满足用户多元化的、多层次的高质量消费需求。从而形成一个正向的生态循环。那么这些呢，是我对合规问题的看法。谢谢。
And the growing high quality merchant base will bring more quality product offerings onto our platform. And while compliant operations and a healthy ecosystem are fundamental to the long-term development of our platforms, both of which will support us in better satisfying consumers' diverse needs for high-quality consumption, and thereby forming a virtuous cycle. And this is my view on compliance matters. Thank you.
Thank you.
Operator, we can move on to the next analyst on the line.
Thank you. Your next question comes from Young Bai with CICC. Please ask your question.
谢谢管理层问题第一个是关于增长我们看到公司本季度的收入增速依然非常不错那想请管理层分享一下对公司增长空间的思考我们应该怎么去看未来的增速然后我第二个问题呢是关于公司的全球化的业务能否请管理层谈谈对这块业务战略上的一个思考也能否帮我们展望一下如果未来5年会呈现一个什么样的成果我翻译一下I have two questions. The first one is about the growth. The company delivered decent top-line growth for this quarter. Please can the management share your thoughts on the growth potential of the business? Is there still room to grow? How should we think about its growth rate going forward? And my second question is about the global business. Could the management talk a bit more about your latest thinking around the strategy of your global business? How would this business look like in 5 years? Thank you.
Hi, Bayan. This is Jane. Thanks for your questions. I will take your first question about the growth. Well, rather than being distracted by short-term financial results, we have always focused on long-term investments and creating long-lasting value. And in the long run, we still see many areas to improving the consumption market. The consumption market actually offers plenty of opportunities for platforms and merchants. And in addition to the potential of the overall consumer market, we also see that the online retail industry is growing quickly. E-commerce infrastructure continues to improve, and new e-commerce models continue to emerge. We're actively innovating and exploring new models to create greater value for our consumers. In the long term, we believe there's still large potential in online retail penetration. We will keep improving our services to consumers. From the merchant side, we are also improving the scope and the value of our services. We continue to allocate resources to support high-quality merchants who are willing to do business properly. By doing so, we hope to grow together with the merchants and further broaden the selection of quality products on our platform. A positive feedback loop is achieved when these factors work together. In such a rising industry, we need to keep our heads down and focus on execution. Faced with more competition, our constant focus is to deliver more value for our consumers and merchants. We believe that the value we create for consumers and merchants will ultimately be reflected in our financial results. Thank you.
白杨你好，我是陈磊，那我来回答一下有关这个全球化战略的问题。
Hi, Baiyang. This is Lei. Let me take your question on the global business strategy.
那么首先呢，我们的全球化业务呢是一个很新的业务。那么现阶段呢，我们也是在不断的摸索和学习的过程中呢，去努力的尽快高质量的推进业务的发展。我们是一个重执行的公司。那么在确定了战略目标以后呢，我们会全力的执行。
And first of all, our global business is still quite new, and we are working very hard to grow the business in a high quality way, while at the same time still learning more about new business model. And we are a company that focuses heavily on execution, and after setting a strategic direction, we'll do our best to execute.
那么和过去的几个季度沟通的一致，我们依旧会专注于自身供应链的能力、服务的能力和合规的能力的提升。那么在供应链方面呢，我们的目标是进一步的延长和加深我们的供应链能力，覆盖全球优质的商家以及优质的供给，进一步的拓宽品类。那么同时呢，要提高供应链的效率，让商家卖货更容易，降低他们做生意的成本，让利于全球的消费者和商家。
And as we communicated in the past few quarters, looking ahead, we will continue to focus on enhancing our supply chain capabilities, our service capabilities, and compliance capabilities. And in terms of supply chain, our goal is to further extend and deepen our supply chain to connect with high-quality merchants and high-quality supplies around the world, and to further broaden the product offerings on our platforms. And at the same time, we'll improve the efficiency of the supply chain to make it easier for merchants to sell their products and also to lower their cost of doing business. And therefore, all consumers and merchants worldwide will be able to benefit from this.
那么在服务能力上呢，我们会去尝试不同的履约方式，那么从而呢，提高综合的履约效率，要服务好更多样的消费场景。那么此外呢，我们也在通过技术的手段，加深客服的能力，优化消费者的购物体验。
And in terms of service capabilities, we are exploring different fulfillment solutions to improve efficiency and also to serve more diverse consumption scenarios. And in addition, we are also leveraging our technology capabilities to improve our customer service and the overall shopping experience.
那么至于合规的能力呢，刚才我也提到了，那么这是平台高质量、可持续发展的前提，是为消费者创造安全、放心的购物环境的基础。我们会呢在这方面呢加大投入。
And as for compliance, we have talked about it earlier on this call, that this is the key to the high quality and sustainable development of our platforms, and it is also the foundation for creating a safe shopping environment for our users. And we will continue to invest firmly in this area.
那么最后我要强调的是呢，我们做出这些投入，目的呢，始终是为全球消费者呈现更多的好价好物，为他们提供安全、有趣、有差异化的购物体验。
And finally, the purpose of us doing all these investments is always to bring more quality products at affordable prices to consumers worldwide, and to offer them a safe, enjoyable, and unique shopping experience. And operator, let's move on to the next analyst on the line.
Thank you. Your next question comes from Kenneth Song from UBS. Please ask your question.
晚上好，谢谢管理层接受我的提问。我有2个问题，第一个关于盈利方面的，公司在竞争加剧的背景以下，我本个季度还是实现了不错的盈利水平。营销费用方面，我们也看到很好的经营共感。这可否意味着公司在未来营销投入会慢慢放缓呢？可以聊一下，就是公司在未来费用投入上面的规划呢？我第2个问题是关于农业方面的。公司长期以来一直在强调农业方面的投入，管理层也可以分享一下，农业领域里面有多大的增长空间？这个品类上面公司具备了什么的优势呢？我自己翻译一下。Thank you, management, for taking my question. I have 2 questions. The first is on profitability. The company can still achieve profitability growth in the first quarter despite intensified competition. We are also seeing good operating leverage in terms of sales and marketing expenses. Does it mean the company is slowing down the investment in marketing? More broadly, can management talk about your plan in resources allocation? And my second question is on agriculture strategy. Regarding agriculture, could management share how do you think about the growth potential of agricultural product category, and also how do you evaluate your key competitive advantage in this area? Thank you.
Hi, Kenny. Thanks for your question. This is Jane. Let me first answer your question about profitability. Well, regarding profitability, we mentioned in our prepared remarks that the company's business does not follow a linear path. It will beat market expectation in some quarters and miss expectation in others. We suggest investors not to forecast our future growth completely based on results from a few quarters. We always focus on the long-term growth of the company's intrinsic value, and will not smooth out short-term financial data. In business execution, we will compel the return of investment in different markets and make prudent plans for resources allocation. We will not increase or decrease in expense items solely based on a preset budget. The company's investment in each quarter depends on the specific investment opportunities we see in the market. Currently, we are still in growth phase. If we see good value creation opportunities in the future, we will invest firmly. These investments might bring fluctuations to short-term profitability, but will help us grow intrinsic value in the long run. This is our view on profitability. Thank you.
你好，我是戴亚珍，由我来回答一下有关农业的问题啊。
Hi, this is Zhao Jiazhen. Let me take your question on agriculture.
农业呢，始终是拼多多的基本盘。我们是以这个农产品零售起家的，多年以来呢，也一直在深耕农业，也开创了以拼为特色的这个农产品零售的新模式。我们也围绕了农业呢，做了非常多的这个模式的创新，比如农产品的原产地直发，又比如说我们创立了多多买菜，搭建起了这个对接农产品的本地供需的平台。
Agriculture is our foundation. We started our business with retailing of agriculture products. We have been investing in agriculture for many years, and we initiated the new model of group purchase for agriculture products. We have also innovated many agriculture solutions, such as the direct delivery of agriculture products from the place of origin and our Duoduo grocery, building up a platform that connects local supply to local demand.
农业呢是一个很难做好的行业啊。由于这个产品标准化比较低，不易存储运输，供给也比较分散。现阶段呢，农产品的线上渗透率以及这个农户的数字化经营能力呢，我们觉得还有很大的提升空间。因此呢，服务好农业，我们也没有选择，只能自己动手。我们深入的参与到这个农业的供应链改造中，在这个过程中呢，我们也积累了大量的有价值的经验，也锻炼了团队的能力。
Agriculture is a challenging industry with low product standardization and decentralized supply. Storing and transporting agricultural products can be quite difficult. Currently, the online penetration rate of agricultural products remains relatively low, and there's still plenty of room for improvement in digitalizing farmers' operations. Therefore, we have taken it upon ourselves to invest in this industry and dive deep into transforming the agricultural supply chain. Throughout this journey, we have accumulated a lot of valuable experience and enhanced our team's capabilities.
农产品呢，现在是一个非常重要的高频的品类。拼多多始终是一个以农产品为特色的全品类电商平台。我们仍然会坚定的在农业方面做投入。上个月开幕的第4届多多农研科技大赛，我们聚焦了 AI 种植，鼓励探索农产品生产优化和商业化的路径。我们的农云行动呢，也在继续的走进各个农产区，为当地的农户带去这个数字化的升级方案。我们在这些农业生产流通各个环节的投入，未来呢都会持续的进行。
Agricultural products are now a very important high-frequency category, and Pinduoduo has always been a full-category e-commerce platform featuring agricultural products. We're still making firm investment in agriculture. In the 4th Smart Agriculture competition launched last month, we focus on AI planting and encourage participants to explore optimization and commercialization of agricultural production. Our Agriculture Cloud initiative also continues to bring digital solutions to farmers in various agricultural production regions. We will continue to invest in diverse aspects of agricultural production and supply chain in the future.
通过对这个农业的持续投入，那我们希望呢，在这个促进了农业现代化、助力供应链提质增效的同时呢，能够帮助农民增收，创造当地的就业，为乡村全面的振兴做出我们的贡献。谢谢。
Through continuous investment in agriculture, we hope to promote modernization of the agricultural industry and enhance the quality and efficiency of the supply chain. At the same time, we help farmers increase their value and income, create local jobs, thereby supporting the overall revitalization of rural communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Jiazhen, and also thank you, Kenny. Thank you all once again for joining us today, and it's about time. And if you have any further questions, please reach out to our investor relations team. And thank you and have a great day.
Ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our conference for today. Thank you for participating. You may all disconnect.